Video on Ankr, and I've been tweeting about Ankr a little bit lately, just because I still get the sense people are not really understanding why this is such a valuable platform, and this, especially if you're coming from the development side of anything. So if you're a developer and you're looking into blockchain and looking into easily bootstrapping, things instead of having to reinvent the wheel each time. This is where you see projects like Ankr, and as the user base of blockchain in general, especially DeFi and things like that, continue to grow, these projects like Ankr are just going to continue to grow as well and explode. And one of the biggest things that I've seen Ankr do is they're really a big proponent of the ETH 2.0 or the ETH 2, doing the provider nodes, and you can be a provider as well, and you can stake. And you can now use Ethereum or Ankr to set those things up. So you're going to want to look at their website and look at that. But as you can see here, they have pretty much everything. They're a top validator for Binance Smart Chain, which they were able to get that very quickly. And 100% of those proceeds are paid back to people that are just helping that node for Binance Smart Chain. So that's another really cool thing that the Ankr team has done and given back to the community itself. But if you look at the fact that they offer all of these solutions as like one-click options and no coding involved, and you can get up and running and test very quickly, this is huge. I'm coming from a development world, and I'm coming from DevOps in general. I'm certified with AWS. I work in AWS all the time. I work in Azure all the time. And having offerings like this, like just in regular server stuff, if I want to set up a server for some type of platform, and it's just literally like a one-click install, and it sets up the whole server for me with all of the details, and I can play around with it or do whatever for, like, say, for testing or actually set up something for production. That is huge, because you're giving developers an opportunity to quickly get bootstrapped into one of the popular chains that are on here. And I'm scrolling through, and as you can see, they have tons of different blockchains on here. I think it says over 40. So that's just the nodes in of themselves. So if you're wanting to run your own node for various reasons, and there's a lot of projects out there right now that want to do this, or if you want to get revenue on your own, being a provider or staking and so forth. So they offer some really good DeFi options in that sense. And then they also have the API market. Now, APIs, anyone that works with APIs knows that API is digital gold. It's why we've seen Graph Protocol, totally just go crazy in value as well, because when you're able to get data off the blockchain easily, and you have a provider, you have somebody like Ankr that's providing that data easily to you and at no cost. And now, granted, there is a cost once you get actual API calls. But if you're doing this for testing and trying to see if something works for you with their API, you can set this up in a few minutes. And like I say, people that aren't coming from the development side and they don't work with APIs and things like that, they may not understand how big of a deal this is. But anyone that works with APIs, anyone that knows like MuleSoft and things like that, where how big of a business that is. I mean, even just GraphQL is grown so much, and APIs, microservice type infrastructures are the future. They're what everything instead of creating these monolithic applications, everything is turning into these microservice API data-driven applications. And so that's why Ankr is such an easy pick for me, because I look at this and say, okay, just in general, in normal, DevOps and in normal, development that I'm in, this stuff is digital gold. So once people start realizing this and needing it on the development side in blockchain, and a bunch of new developers start coming into blockchain, they want to test things out or whatever, or put things into production, and Ankr offers an easy solution. And that's why I did my other video where I showed you how I could set up an Ethereum API endpoint and then get an Ethereum balance within a few minutes. I did it within 3 minutes. It was totally free. This is a game changer. And I'm telling you, Ankr is going to explode. So somebody commented, they said, well, it's already at 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion is freaking low, like super low. I mean, look at Dogecoin. Doge is at 40 billion. And it does not offer all of these options that are actually helping developers build new things inside of blockchain. And that is why I am so bullish on Ankr, because it's just, for me, it's super easy to see. Like I say, I work in AWS. I've been in IT now since 2008. So, it's something that I am very intimate with in regards to what things are actually popular, what things cost a lot. Like we work with MuleSoft at my main job. MuleSoft developers, and that's APIs, right? They are very expensive. If you look at any API developer, you're going to have to pay top dollar for those type of employees. And being in management and leadership and knowing how much things cost, and how much employees cost at a certain skill set, it's just a no-brainer to me. So if you take my word for it, for those purposes alone, just knowing that how things are going to build out, you can easily see that this is going to be huge. So I wanted to make this video because the other video was just showing, the API, but I kind of wanted to give more of a clarification on why I am really bullish on this particular project. And I'm not going to go into all the details on the token economics and all that stuff. You guys can go research that. They have tons of stuff up. They have their Medium. I'll put the links down below. But that's the bits of it, or the gist of it, on why I'm so bullish on this. And as you can see, I have an account on this, and I've played around with so many things. Like I'm like, oh, if I want to try out like Polkadot, or if I want to make some Polygon RPC calls like on the API or whatever, like I can easily set that up and just test it out really quickly and kind of get a feel for something. So like I say, this is huge. People aren't seeing it yet, just like from on the standpoint of the regular user. But as you can tell under the hood, and as you can see just from smart money, and smart money, when I always say smart money is the money that is coming from the development industry, and it's coming from the big players and VCs in the development industry, because they know as well, what things are popular just across the board. And because something's popular in regular technology, it's going to be popular in blockchain technology as well, as the user base grows and as the developer base grows and things like that. So that's my summary of Ankr and why I'm so bullish on it. So thanks for watching.